Music and here.
It's something to talk about with Dr. Fite, Briana Marrae, and Elle. A weekly roundup of current events and what's happening in our world.
Bada bing, that's that. Okay, you can go ahead and start. Introduce Monday Motivation first.
All right, you guys, welcome to Something to Talk About. It's a Monday afternoon, and I'm here, Brianna's here, and Dr. Fight is here. Speaking of Dr. Fight, let's get into his Monday motivation, get you guys wind you down for the evening.
To First Peter 5, verse number 10. And it says, "But the God of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory by Christ Jesus, after that ye have suffered a while, God, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you." Ladies and gentlemen, I want you today to trust God's pace. After you've suffered a little while, I go through a lot of things in life, and I know how long I will have to go through them. I'm a professor, and when the semester starts, I know when it's going to end. However, I gotta trust the pace of God, because God is the kind of God who knows the starting of the thing and the beginning of the thing, and he doesn't give us all the information on when that thing will end. But we have to learn how to hold on. We have to learn how to hold on, because trouble don't last always. We got to wait on the Lord and be of good courage. His pace will develop us into who God wants us to be, and we have to trust God's pace. It's just a little while. The pain, the grief, the agony, the mountain you have to climb is just for a little while. You can't hurry God. You just have to wait. And don't worry, he's a God that you can't hurry. Let me pray for you. Dear Lord, this week, take me another way. Give me a different perspective. Introduce me to new contacts. Bless an old friend of mine. Speak to what I haven't spoken about. Give answers to what I can't figure out. And give me energy to get out of the rat race of life. Amen. Amen. Hey, I'll see you next week if God says the same. Grace and peace.
All right. That message was for the moment. That's for sure. I mean, all of Dr. Fight's messages feel like that for the moment, but this one felt like that today. And everybody just needs to hold on, because the ending to this nightmare that we know is Donald Trump is going to come to the end. And it's going to be one hell of an ending. That's all I have to say. I don't know how much of it. It's going to be very interesting.
It's gonna be a kaboom.
It's going to be, yeah. Good afternoon, Dr. Fight.
Great day, ladies. How y'all doing?
I just love that voice. He said, "Great day, ladies." We love it. And speaking of this whole Trump thing, well, everybody has their own input into it. So Ariana Grande said something that I saw was very interesting. She asked the question. She said, "Have you had enough yet?" And so I thought that was ideal for Dr. Fight to have this message. And then Ariana, she said, "Have you had enough of ice? Have you had enough of the high food prices?" And what else she talked about? She just said, "Have you had?" Because these are all the things that you all thought that he was going to tackle when he got into office, and he could care less about any of it. Now the immigration, he turned immigration upside down.
And went on TV and said, "I could care less."
Yeah, he did. He went on television and said he could care less.
And they go, "It was taken out of context. You have to watch the whole video." I could watch the whole video, half the video. The man still said I could care less. Okay.
When they tried to do the demonstration with him with what was this cereal food they had when he did a conference, and he didn't even know what cereal was what. He could care less. I'm just still trying to figure out. And let's go, because as long as he's in office, we're gonna have a lot of conversation on many days about this.
Let's just go ahead. The man couldn't pronounce acetaminophen. Okay.
That was the clip of the week. when he said, I said, really?
No, it was too stupid to play it off like, oh, I need some glasses. That's because you act like you don't wear no glasses. You know you need to. You're 80 years old. They're like, oh, this is gonna be tough.
But I said, what? So what that tells me is that you didn't even learn how to sound out your alphabet as when you were in first grade, fourth grade. You don't know long sounds, short sounds, that you don't know vowels, consonants. You don't know anything. I always said you were stupid, but every day you prove my point. That you are one stupid man, and I mean stupid with all caps. Okay. And so some of the things that I found, I got to show these videos. But this Dr. Franco, I hope you don't know this. Oh, what's the man's name?
I don't know.
But anyway, he's giving Trump a nickname, and I love it.
And this is what we're talking about.
Yeah. Here y'all go. Here, let's go.
In case you missed it, your favorite.
Oh wait, hold on.
Hey, Fat Donnie. In case you missed it, your favorite president, Barack Hussein Obama, just won his third Emmy. Big television star like you probably has a lot of Emmys. What? You never won one? Ooh-wee.
Okay, I don't even know this guy's name, but some of his videos have been coming to me for a while now. But he has a nickname. I call him Stump, but he's a Hey Fat Donnie. So everyone in the video start with Hey Fat Donnie, and then he goes on and on about what he hasn't done. But if you all didn't know, Obama did win his third Emmy. About a week ago or so. And well, you haven't seen that Trump, he's trying to wipe away from Obama. But I found this very amusing. He has another video, but I won't play it today. But every week he has one, and I'm gonna put it out there. He said every week is Hey Fat Donnie. Every week, Hey Fat Donnie. Okay, all right. Because you all, I'm doing my trending topics right now. And so here's another one of my videos that I thought was trending, and you see more and more people like him coming out and speaking, and I thought this was very insightful. Here you guys go again. This is not the Fat Donnie.
The thing that white people hate to hear, and the thing that white people refuse to acknowledge and fix. When I say most white people are racist, what I mean is the majority of white people are racist. And I know this to be true. And if you're an honest person, you know it to be true. Yes, most white people are racist. And it's very simple as to why. Some white people are the perpetrators of racism. Some white people enjoy discriminating against black people and brown people. They enjoy seeing inequality being distributed. They enjoy their white privilege and they work to protect it. They enjoy using the N-word. They are Trump supporters. They support politicians and lawmakers that promote racism. These are the perpetrators. These are the covert and overt racists, people that actually spew racism in all kinds of different ways, whether discrimination through words, through behavior, so many different ways. And then you have all the other white Americans that support it. And they support it how? By ignoring it. A massive millions and millions and millions of white people right now in America are actively ignoring white supremacy. And it's an art. It's a culture. It's what we do. We're masters as a white people at pretending white supremacy is not real, at pretending inequality is not real, at pretending all the statistics, all the racial data, all the racial disparities in every single American institution is not real. We are masters at ignoring it. And then the other thing that we do to support white supremacy is we deny it. Yes, the majority of white people deny white privilege, deny white supremacy, deny racial injustice. They thrive on denying it. It's part of their livelihood. So when I say white people are racist, it's because if we're not perpetrating it, we're supporting it. And until that changes, most white people are racist.
There you go. Now, I thought this was very, very interesting. Dr. Fight, I'm going to let you have the first word. Now, what did you think about this video?
Well, I think that what we got to first understand is, as a human race, we got, there are Caucasian individuals, white persons who are racist. Can't deny that, but I don't think that they are the only ones who are racist. Uh, we have many persons.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Dr. Fight for a second. I was interested. He'll be back in a second. I was interested to hear what his take on it, because when he said they're not the only ones that's racist. That like my ear opened up. My ear opened up, and I said,
Your ear perked up.
Yeah, my ear. I was like, my ear went to tingling, and I said, oh wait, okay. And so I was interested to see where he was going to go with that. But I'm gonna just give my take on that. He's back. So that's why I can pick up where I said my ear went to tingling when he said that they're not the only races, which I know that. But when you hear it from someone else and put it in their own context, it's going to be interesting to hear. Yeah, my ear set up. You're like, whoa, this is a good point. So let me get to it. All right. So I think I'm not even trying to guess where that fight was going to go. I'm just going to say, for me, I think it's black people. People always say black folks can't be racist. Yeah, that's not true. We can be, because I think we believe that. I don't know if you're going to take this one. We believe that. Well, we believe that most white people are racist. So is that not a form of being racist? That most white people are racist. Mm-hmm. And then when I think we wait for them to prove that they're not, or that there's something other than what we think them to be. So when they prove that, then we're a little bit surprised. So is that a part of being racist? Maybe not. I don't know. But then we know that there are other, maybe like Muslims, there are other people that they have their own concept of their own perception of who they think Black American people are. And I think that also causes a lot of confusion, a lot of friction. Here's the thing, and I'm probably guilty of this too. People have to get to know people for who they really are and what their point and what their point of view really is, without bringing all their extra baggage into it. Is that asking the impossible? Yeah, that's asking an awful lot. Yeah, that's asking an awful lot about that. So, Briana, what do you think about what he said? Well, but the white gentleman, the video that I played, I think he was right on point. And you know what? And we've been asking white people to stand up and to speak out when they know something is wrong. And you're seeing that more and more with Caucasian people. And white folks is right, but it's like they're so afraid to say that you have these certain beliefs or you were raised a certain way. I don't know what you're so afraid of.
Wait, no, they're how they framed it, they were raised different.
Okay, that's a different that's interesting. I won't say it's different. That's just a different way to say that they're racist.
When they, especially when it's like Caucasian having the conversation, they say, "Well, I was raised different from you."
And is it almost insulting to you though when you hear that? Is that almost like insulting?
It's almost like it is almost like they say, "Well, they're raised better than you."
Okay, I've heard people say that. And
you're like, different.
What do you mean different?
Yeah, and then I've asked people, I said, well, when you say different, why don't you elaborate? And they never want to elaborate because I don't know why.
Because it's like they're so afraid to really.
Because I'm like, when you say different, help me understand. Because when you just say different, don't say anything. Okay, then I'm thinking you're like, okay, well, you think you're better than somebody. Mm-hmm. But if you were to, when you say different and elaborate, okay, well, these are my beliefs compared to your beliefs. Then that's starting a conversation. That's starting a trend that may help deal with some of the racial issues.
Because I think it's important to have friends of different races.
But when you just say something like that, you're like, huh?
Right, because it's like, oh, so it's like you're saying, oh, I was raised different, so you're not going to understand. That's basically what somebody's saying. So right. But you don't know. You don't know if I'm going to understand or not, because you haven't said anything that's worth even further this conversation.
Trying to get to an understanding.
Right. People just say, oh, okay, and forget about it. Well, that's not going to solve racism. I am a firm believer that conversations is what's going to, help the racial divide. I'm not gonna say end divide because there's gonna always be some racist, hateful people. That's a given. I don't think that's ever gonna go away. But it can we can lessen that. We can bring more understanding. Like all black people they want to say all black folks are so violent. Now let's be clear. Based on statistics, it is the white people who create the crimes, who create more violent crimes. When you talk about shootings and mass shootings, it's more white folks than it is black people. Now, is there some violence in primarily predominantly black communities? Yes. But on a whole, on a federal scale, on a mass scale, who does the mass shootings? Right. Who does the majority in the rapes, the assaults, all that look at the numbers. Those are saying it's more white people who do that than black people. But that's not the narrative that's always played.
All right.
Hey, that fight.
Yes, ma'am. I think so.
What happened? Okay, that fight was something. Oh, that's why. I don't know what. Well, somebody see. You have to be able to see our conversation. It's like coming across down at the bottom.
Those are comments. It doesn't have to
No,
be.
it's ours when I'm talking.
Those are called closed captions. You don't need that on.
I do. I like that on. Put that on.
No,
I like that. Put that on.
no, relax.
Put
Stop
that
it.
on.
I
Yeah,
ain't.
put that on. That's what So that
not-
fight's gonna come back with us in a second.
I think he muted himself.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
did.
yeah. You need yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, put that on.
I don't know if I put that on.
Yeah, it shows. Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah. So anyway, so I just want to get what's my Dr. Fighter come back and answer that question. What's my other trending topic I got?
That's all you sent me.
That's not all I sent her.
Yes, you did. I checked way
What
back.
all I
back.
said, what's my oh yeah. We have to get why am I hearing myself talk? That's not me. That's not me, that's Dr. Fighter.
I think he had it on his side.
Oh yeah. Okay. So what else had to give you more? What else did you-
Keep on.
So and then who else? Ariana Grande. Oh, let's congratulate what's her name? Who got married today this week?
Selena Gomez.
Oh, Selena Gomez said I do over the weekend, and I think she did. Her mother was not invited. Yeah, I don't. Her mother was not invited.
Yeah, I think her and the mother had like a weird relationship.
Well, that's because the mother had her at like what 15 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they have more like a sister relationship than a mother-daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of grew up together. But you must have had a really bad falling out for your mom not to be invited to your wedding. Yeah. So we wish her congratulations to her on her upcoming well her she's married now. So whether she's gonna have any children, so we shall see on that one.
And then Lord Brianna had
Y'all
baby.
hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So listen, I'm having internet issues here. I got my daughter's gymnastics.
Uh-huh.
So I had to come off of the
Screen.
Wi-Fi for the place, and I took my camera off so that my internet could be better. But anyway, what I was saying was, which I guess you couldn't hear me, and I went away, had to come back.
Yeah.
What I was saying was, I agree with Elle for one of the first times ever
Oh.
about violence, about violence in the white community. It is suppressed, and it doesn't get the necessary publicity that black violence gets. So it's kind of like saying that somebody got a roach problem. Well, if if all of the roaches are in one area and they get all of the media attention, then that's what you would believe. It's not. It's not. That's not the case. It's not the case. It's because you're not giving publicity to
Right.
the other situations. And case in point, and we can just deal recently with Charlie Kirk. And now all of these white boys are going to black campuses talking about let's debate. The reason why you going to black campuses is because you feel safe. Charlie Kirk went to a white campus, Utah, a PWI and was shot by a white person. And we're
Mm.
not talking about that. But you want to talk about black people are monkeys and they're untrained and unlearned and all of this other stuff. But you're only there and you get to walk off the campus. Why don't you go to white campuses and ask them? You want to know why you're not? Is because the last time you did that, somebody died. And
Mm.
so you're going to black campuses because you're able to go home at the end of the day.
Well, I don't know how to tell. What was the black campus they were on? They weren't too successful on that
Tennessee
campus.
State.
Tennessee State. Okay, yeah. They. I don't know if they'll ever try that one again.
But the mere fact that I think when it's the mere fact that they can get on that campus
Uh-huh.
and get as far as they did without an incident,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it's coming from. Because, like you said, they were in Utah. And like I said, that happened in Utah, and you.
But and that's what I'm saying. If when they want to really break down really good statistics, look, like I said, look at the mass shootings, the murders, the rapes, the assaults, the home violence. Look at all of that.
The one just yesterday.
Which one was that one?
In Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Man plowed through the church.
Right. Yep. And it set on fire. Right.
Set on fire after he shot people in the church, but it was in some suburban.
Yeah.
Suburban. Nice Michigan.
Yeah, it was.
Michigan.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So how do you? I don't understand how you not even address that. If you the big fat donkey sitting there, like, how do you not even address that? How do you just keep on going? Oh, yeah, it's just another day in the United States. That should not be the norm. That you don't know where when a mass shooter is going to happen. You don't know. I remember I had this conversation while it was back in the day when you could send your kids to school and pretty much guarantee that your kids are going to be safe at school. Well, that no longer exists because you don't know where a shooter is. You don't know what's going through their mind. What state they're in, what state of mind they're in, what state they live in. You know, what drugs they taking, who they're hating. You just never ever know. And then they keep wanting to say, well, it's all about they need mental. They need some mental help. This is more than mental issues. This is about having access to guns and to rifles, to assault rifles, and you not ban assault rifles. No one is saying to take your guns totally. What they're saying is that ban assault weapons, because that's what's being used when you go into these schools and mass shootings. That's what's used as the assault weapons. We're asking them to do that. You won't even do that, and then you don't even address the fact that people just lose their lives for no reason. Like they go into church. They go into church for Sunday school, or going to church for in the midweek, for can't think of it. Not Sunday school, for Bible study. They go for Bible study, or they go for Sunday service, and bam, this is somebody. I have to think about that when we go to church, and I like to sit by the window. This is me. When I get to the pew, I want to sit by the window. Now maybe I shouldn't want to sit by, but I don't. At that point, you don't know who's going to shoot up in those stained glass windows, and what's going to come running through there. That's ridiculous. So to have to live like this is like you living on edge every day. And with nobody doing anything about it. And so that's my thought. But I was listening to yes, this y'all can Piles, whatever his name is. Piles said he was recently on a flight. And he said he was kind of like in the middle, but it was two white women having a conversation. And he said one woman said that she was a diehard conservative. And he said he just listened. And then another woman said she was a liberal. And so he said he wasn't exactly sure what the definition for conservative and what a liberal was. So he said when he got back to his car, he looked it up. And he said he looked up and he showed on his phone the definition. He said of a conservative, somebody have conservative views. He said that read, and I'm going to paraphrase his definition. He said, but that read is that conservatives don't want any change. They like the status quo, the way things are, and nothing grows, nothing changes, nothing. Everything stays the same. But for a liberal is a person that's open to change, open to conversations, for changing things, and open to growth. So he said, that's piece of, so people didn't really know what the definition was. I hope they learned. So people say they're conservative. I mean, I've always known that. But I mean, when he did, I mean, it was plain and for people to understand. So when you people say, because conservatives don't, have you ever heard of conservatives say they won't change? Because I've really never heard that. That was interesting. So I've never really heard that. I know that they have conservative values on certain things, but I've never heard it put quite that way, and I think that was pretty good. I think that was good. So Plies, good for you, good for you. I mean, Plies have been going off on about the state shooting, about the Tennessee state shooting. Now on this one, and that's what he just said. Why don't you all just leave us alone? But the fact of the matter is, they're never going to leave us black folk alone. Because you know what? Because they fear us. They fear becoming, the minority. They fear going into distinction. That's their biggest fear. So in order to stop for their population to stop growing, they want to take away women's rights. Just the whole nine. They think people don't see that and don't know that. But we all see that and know that. I don't know why other women aren't as furious about that, but okay. All right. That's Fite. He there. Hey, Dr. Fite, go ahead and continue.
No, I don't have much more to add.
Dr. Fite said that he agreed with me. So on this day, September 29, 2025, let's put that in our book.
Well, no wonder it's hot.
That's why it's still hot, right? Because Dr. Fite agreed with moi.
Well, I think the thing is, what we all got to realize is, for so long, we have been trying to figure out how to live in harmony. America is one of the only, well, it's probably the only place on the planet that the people are different. Anywhere else you go, everybody else looks the same. They grew up the same. They have the same culture. They have the same ways of life. But America is a melting pot of people, and we have yet to figure out how do we all respect one another in your views and your ways of life, even though they may be different from mine. And since we have yet to figure that out, we can't model it after any other country because no other country has the kind of diversity that America has. And that's what creates the difficult respect for one another in the spaces because we want everybody to be like us.
Do we really though? Do we really
Yeah.
though?
I mean, we want people to think like we think, act like we act, talk like we talk, respect our cultures and our foods and everything. But to be honest with you, what I'm saying, we just got to respect differences. And I respect differences because there ain't no way in no part of the world, anywhere in life, where I am going to eat pumpkin pie. That ain't
Mm-mm.
ever. That ain't ever. Ain't never gonna happen.
I second that one.
What is so funny is that we have this conversation the weekend. We talk about the pumpkin pie,
Okay.
and I agree with you. I said I'm just never going to like pumpkin pie. I've tried it. People have I've been given baked pies. I've been given homemade pumpkin pies. I just can't stand the taste of it. I don't like the smell of a pumpkin. I'm gonna be honest.
I have a friend, and she's white. She offended me because she's like, pumpkin pie tastes just like sweet potato pie. I said, no, don't tell that a lot of
That's
people.
fair game propaganda and stories you tell.
Yeah.
I was like, don't tell that a lot of people.
So what you need to do is give her a sweet potato pie over the holidays and say here try this and try a pumpkin pie.
You waste your time.
I ain't giving her nothing.
I'm just
Because all she gonna do, then she gonna further offend me, because then she gonna put a Cool Whip on top of it. Yeah, so no.
well, you ain't got to be offended because people put Cool Whip on top of a sweet potato pie.
If my pie has flavor, there's no reason for Cool Whip.
Because Cool Whip has no flavor. Cool Whip is just has sugar.
Do you know how offensive that is? Don't do that.
Well, like I said, I've tried pumpkin pie, and I just want people to understand. Because here's the thing: when I was teaching, remember we did a feast for the students for the school, and I made sweet potato pies, and we had a couple of Caucasian teachers that were in the building. They was like, "This don't taste like pumpkin pie," so that's because it's not a sweet potato pie. They're like, "This is really good." I'm like, "Really? You think so?" It's like, "Oh my god." They had never had sweet potato pie before. It was always pumpkin pie. And these were not young women.
I'm just, you you say stick to the status quo. Status quo, pumpkin pie.
Well, that's what they know.
The potato salad with the raisins. I'm trying to figure that one out. But the green bean casserole. Those are their status quo.
Well, I will say this. I said it. My friend Tim is a white guy, and Tim and I always say we got the same. We think a lot alike. We from different mothers. But Tim said he makes the best potato salad ever, and he adds olives. He adds olives to his potato salad. I said I can't eat that, Tim. I said first of all I can't. I said I don't like olives.
Olives.
Yeah, he said, you haven't had mine though. I said, okay. Well, I'm just telling you right now. I don't like to eat no potato salad with no olives in it.
I might let the olives slide. I can't.
It depends on how deep you bury the olives in the potato salad. I've seen some.
I might let that one pass, but when you go the raisins in the potato salad,
Yeah,
I got a whole problem.
No, he said no. He do the olives. Dr. Fite, have you eaten sweet potato salad with olives in it?
No, listen. First of all, if you got anything purple or dark in potato salads, it must be dirt, roaches, or something.
Oh my
Either
God.
way, I don't care what it is. It ain't supposed to be eaten, and you ain't supposed to call it potato salad. You might call it like a fruit salad or something. But you don't disrespect potato salad by putting in fruits and vegetables. That ain't.
Tim swears, he said, Elle, when you try my potato salad, you'll like it. I said, first of all, I can't stand olives because they make me upchuck. So the fact that you put it in with mayo and mustard and all kind of egg and other stuff, me personally, I don't even put egg in my potato salad. I will kind of like, I would, decorate it a little bit with a couple of eggs on top, but I don't even put egg inside because I don't like egg potato salad like that.
You know how I've seen raisins and potato salad.
Them boogers.
And that was I said, who put boogers in the potato salad?
or a big fly.
Right. I was like,
oh my God.
And I'm like, great, it's good. You guys, I'm like, don't nobody eat no raisins in their potato salad. And they got back and they said, why call them boogers? I think they look like boogers or bugs, whatever don't belong in there.
Think about the texture of potato salad. You have soft potato salad. The potato salad is kind of soft. And then you got this dry, and then it's the texture.
It's like it's what, dry cranberry or something?
If they get the dark raisins or the cranberry, whatever it is. But yeah.
What's the first question? What's the first question we ask when you show up to the cookout?
Who bought potato salad or who makes potato salad?
Who made that is the most important question because that will determine
if I'm
moving forward if I'm eating or not.
Because some people in the family can't make potato salad. You're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Now, listen, I'm not opposed to interracial relationships, but we got them in all our families. We got them, and then you got that one person that wasn't raised in your family. They want to try to contribute, and they feel like now they part of the family since they married into the place. Well, sweetheart.
Is there anything I can bring to help you out? Yeah, in case
the plates. You can bring the plate. Stay away from the feet.
It's the plates, the napkins, or a case of soda.
Or you all can actually say, can you make the salad?
No, don't even bring the sodas because some of these people don't even be bringing the right sodas nowadays. They be getting these off name brand sodas and all.
Where it's like
the Fago or something.
No, Fago has a brand. I'm talking about when it just say cola.
Yeah, these Swafter sodas and stuff like that. These sodas that's 35 cents a can.
You know what? You don't want
quite fizz all the way together. It tastes like it's flat.
When you open it.
That's a bad.
You know how some sodas you open it, you hit it when you open it.
It's supposed to hit like the little fizz in it once you crack the lid.
Some of these sodas they bring you open, it's just nothing.
You needed water.
It's some sugar water. Man.
How you gonna bring carbonated water to the?
Well, when people in your family can't cook, you have to say specifically what kind of soda you want. Or see, my family will say, and don't bring them cheap. What the mother was apple something, Applewood, apple wild. What is it?
Wildwood.
Okay, Wildwood. Yeah, and don't bring those either. Yeah. We always say Costco. You can get them from Costco. They have a name brand. You can go there and buy a case of soda for like under $20.
Hey, Costco sells the Fago brand. Okay,
they started to sell a Fago.
Wow. It's the three. So it's like you have Pepsi, the Sprite, Sierra Mist, and you have the Fago. Either way, I will take a Fago over that stuff they find. Because some of that stuff came like way back in the day where it just say cola or grape.
And some people don't have any shame. I think you should have shame when you turn up to somebody's house for a gathering. You should have a little bit of shame and say, you know what? Oh, they bought so and so. Or they bought this. This was really good. How you not have this? You know why it is? You don't have any shame. It's because you normally don't bring anything. So the fact that you bringing something for the first time, they probably think they're jamming. They probably like, oh yeah, they contribute this
Wait,
time.
wait,
But
wait.
sometimes people don't
Well,
contribute.
hey, if you don't know exactly what to bring, you can't go wrong with napkins or plates.
And then he go, because the holidays are upon us. So if you taking a dish for a family, can you make more than a half an empty pan? People go and they get those aluminum pans, and they don't even get the long pan, the full size. They get the half size, and then it's not even full to the top. So if you go into an event and it's going to be at least 20 people there, and you're going to take the half pan, can you make sure it's at least filled to the top?
Man.
Okay, because that's not okay. I always, when we cook, my sister, we always, God knows my sister go before God. No.
And they always tell them, y'all go overboard. You all don't go enough.
Right. They always say, because I bet you all even pack you some plates and for lunch for next week,
Right.
And all that stuff. So I always gonna bring enough. My mother always said, if you're gonna do it right, or don't do it at all.
Because here's the thing. In every family, you got them particular family members.
That's always gonna take them some food.
No. Hold on. I'm setting the stage. Give me a minute.
Oh, okay. Set the stage.
That you ain't saying about 2-3 years, and all of a sudden they pop up and like, hey, how you doing? And all while they just packing your food up, and you looking like, what?
Yeah, I never really understood the fact that when you come to someone's house, the first thing you do is you pack you a couple of plates.
You pack a plate, take that, then you come back like, okay, now I'm gonna eat.
Right.
You just took 50 plates to your car.
That is so inappropriate. If anybody ever told you all that, don't walk in someone's house and pack you some plates up, take them to the car, and then come back and say, now I'm going to sit down and eat. So inappropriate.
And
not
here's
cool.
the thing. You all don't pack like a normal plate.
Oh, no, they run them over.
Say if somebody make meatloaf, you got the meatloaf stacked like a meatloaf. Interrupting the people that's trying to be decent and eat the food before they pack up. You just come and got you a meat mountain. Like, excuse you?
Yes. And keep in mind, we talk from experience, because we experienced. I was like, what? I was like, wow.
Then you go over there and it's like barely anything left, and you sitting up there. Ooh, this food good. I bet it's gonna be good today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
For the whole rest of the week, you got breakfast, you got your lunch, you take your work. Right, exactly. No etiquette. Learn some etiquette, and then so I think somebody had a conversation, and they was like, oh no, that's not what we're saying. No, that's what you're saying. That is wrong. That person was like, no, it's not wrong to take a pack of plate and home. It is when you walk in and you do that first. Instead of sitting down
and having
talking, and then go fix you something to eat. The first thing you do is march over to the food, pack you a couple of plates for you and the whole damn family, then take it to the car.
Or let whoever hostess say, hey, we get ready to leave. Okay, y'all get a plate. Then that's when you get a plate. Is when somebody offer, like, how would you get a plate? You just don't pack up people.
As you all probably can tell, Briana, I have experienced this a lot, and this is the issue that we have when we get. But here's the thing: people know when you go to a certain person's house, they know when to do it and when not to do it. Because when you come to my house, that's a negatory. That's that we do not head to the table to pack plates. That's a no. Because we have a whole lot of food on the table, and it's gonna be more than enough for people to have seconds, and then at the end you feel free, but not when you walk in the door.
Look there. Our Christmas party. When we have Christmas holiday parties, we would have 3 tables
of food, right?
Food.
Yeah.
Why? Because she always went overboard. Good Lord,
right, my sister.
Yeah, she would come with she would have a whole table of food just for her.
She would come with the coolers that she bring the food in,
right? And then the big long pan,
right? And then the chafers to warm the food up in. But I would too. I said, yeah, we'd have like bigger, oversized. 2 turkeys or 2 ham. It was always an abundance of food,
which was never ready for you to come in and pack a plate.
Food, right. But
that's like, so the packing plate is the issue. My whole thing is you ain't seen nobody in 2 years.
Right. Yep.
That's why. So everybody know that you only come to get some food because you ain't seen nobody in 2 years. Ain't called nobody nothing.
Dr. Fite, jump on in there. You know we going off. Jump on in there when you feel like it.
Saying.
Well, I'm just, what we all got to realize and understand about when it comes to food at Black gatherings, food is the most important ingredient of this gathering. Like, we not here because of the holiday. We here because of the food. Like, if there was no food being served, we wouldn't be here. Like we gotta realize that food is the most important ingredient and the reason why
That's
we
why
are
you
all here. So if you mess up the food, that's the reason why we're here. There ain't no like
you
why.
you can't tell me that you walk in some wherever you are going to have dinner. You can't tell me you walk in, you say, "Hey y'all, how you doing?" And it's and me to go to the food table. You can't tell me that you do that,
Huh? Well, I
huh?
mean, first of all, if there is no food involved, then then
Here you
what
go.
what
Give me that part.
what we doing? You might as well cancel the event. We not eating. Come on, what we can playing cards and socialize. Well, I'm about to leave because I'm hungry.
Oh
Like
my
I
God.
didn't eat today because I plan on eating when I got here. So
What
like,
what in that instance, pretty much black folks pretty much know if you inviting people over to your house for something,
You have to
you
have
gotta
food.
have food. You gotta have
See,
something. You gotta have food.
now that's a lesson
Yeah.
that our lovely friend hasn't learned yet. Cause they have like the basic. They go buy them a couple. They buy a veggie tray, and they call it a charcuterie tray.
Yeah. Some of our counterpart
Our
friends.
counterpart, yes.
Yeah.
And things like that. And you walking like, where's the food? That is the food. That's the food.
Oh, the charcuterie tray with the cheese and the crackers and the deli
the
meat.
meat. I had a particular job, and every time we had a meeting, if they did not go buy that $10 tray from Mariano's, where it was like the pepperoni and the salami and the Ritz crackers.
Well, they don't want you all to get full and fall asleep. It was just a snack. It was
They
just a
did,
snack.
they did that for a holiday party. Don't get me that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying. If that's all you gonna have, I'm gonna take that. Just count me out.
I will say that anytime, and that's just who I am. Anytime, because when I was teaching, we'd always have a holiday party. Briana can attest to that. Well, I would be up cooking like most of the night, packing up. My car would be full to the brim. Get to the school, take the stuff out. We always had. And then I'm like, Miss Elle, she made up. Yeah, yes, I did. And some other teachers will make some other food as well. But you cannot. I just don't have stuff in what I do. It ain't in my nature.
But there's so many things you can do.
You can go buy stuff.
Like make life easier. You can go buy a big old piece of brisket.
Right.
And have a slow cooker.
And you can cook it all night. Exactly.
I mean, and you buy the roast. This is like easy work.
Yep.
And
I talked to Chad because she know all of my tricks. That's what I do. I will go about the chuck of me, put that bad boy in the oven, turn the oven on all night, go to bed, wake up, it's completely done. Like I've been cooking all night.
Got the juices.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just main thing. There's honey baked ham. If you want to buy a little turkey breast.
Some people gonna go buy honey baked ham. Now but people ain't gonna go buy honey baked ham and honey baked turkey.
I ain't say both. I said you have to be that one bougie.
And then when I do buy honey baked ham, you want to come and break. Honey baked ham, you get the big old slices of ham. Don't come in my house trying to get them big old chunks of ham because I'm gonna have a whole attitude.
Again, the whole person. Don't come in trying to make a meat mountain on your plate. That's my point.
Yeah, have respect for the host, the
host,
all that stuff.
2 slices of meat will serve you to start with.
And if you get honey baked, 1 slice of ham is gonna suffice.
Right, because the ham is like a spiral. So you cut it and it literally just and
here's the other key. The key is when you have the big slices of meat, cut it before the company arrives.
Yes.
Slice it. Because if you don't, people are gonna slice them big chunks. They're gonna be taking the drumsticks off the turkey. No. Slice that bird and put it all in the tray and let people. Yeah, there you go.
Even when you make a lasagna or any type of casserole,
slice it.
Because if not, they gonna dig the heart out you.
Look at Dr. Fite. Like, well, he said they met. What's wrong, Dr. Fite?
We were agreeing. We were agreeing very much so. But,
until I talk about food.
You are not having a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Oh no! That's why I usually have a turkey for Thanksgiving. I usually switch up on Christmas.
It's Christmas when
I switch
when
up.
she get funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was about to say, didn't you have like crab legs or spaghetti one year?
Oh God, no! I despise crab legs. Don't even go there. No.
She stick to Thanksgiving.
I stick to Thanksgiving with the turkey. Yeah.
Now me on Christmas, I make
Remember the lasagna, meatballs, something else on for Christmas. But I do my,
Okay,
Hey,
I can understand that.
I make a mean lasagna.
yeah, she did make a good lasagna, I will say. Not many things she cooked really well, but lasagna is one of them. She ain't really learned. Okay,
Not you just threw shade like that.
Brianna already know. Brianna, first of all, is a dessert
First
cooker.
of all, I'm more of a baker.
Right,
So,
exactly. I'm sorry, yeah, bacon. Yeah. Savory is not really her forte.
and
But when she cooks, she do all right.
and for most people, bake when you bake more than you. That's just a thing. But she has to make. I can bake my behind though.
She can make. I have not. When she want to say I'm making so and so fat, half added. Because the most I'm gonna make probably is a sweet potato pie, and because now I'm gonna make a cake every now and then, but they pick up my cakes because I make them extra big.
Yes,
So they only want me to make the cake. So whatever. I used to have like a 4-layer cake. They were like, "What in the world?"
Claim jumper.
That's what Bernie's call them, claim jumper cakes.
Yeah, I make the cupcakes. I do strawberry cupcakes.
Yeah.
I think one time I did like a that's what I want to do. I want to do a pistachio cupcake.
And I would love that because I love anything pistachio.
I saw a recipe.
I need you to work on that one.
I saw a recipe, and man, that thing was good.
I need you to work on those for the holiday because I need my pistachio cupcake. You handle that.
So yeah, but how
Wasn't
I'm gonna do
that,
it. I'm
wasn't
gonna
that
do
in
it.
the movie Cars where Mater thought that what was that? I can't remember the name of it, but he thought it was pistachio, and it wasn't. It was
Oh, I remember that.
Was it mint or something?
I think it.
wasabi. That's right. My wife
Oh,
used to tell me it was wasabi.
Okay.
But so I'm getting into the holiday. I'm gonna do sweet potato cupcakes. I'm doing pistachio cupcake. That's all for you. I'm making 1 dozen. That's all for you.
Yeah, that was it. That means that I don't have to cook the sweet potato pie, so that takes for me. So I just cook the savory stuff.
Yeah, they did they showed the pistachio and it was like nice and it wasn't like crazy green.
You make some pistachio ice cream and go with those pistachio cupcakes.
Yeah, well, I'm doing pistachio icing. So
Okay.
It's a pistachio shake. This pistachio.
Oh, that's you.
And put
okay.
it.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Man, I cannot. When I see pistachio ice cream and have my little nuts in it, that just makes
But yeah,
me
them pistachio. That's all for you. I'm not a fan.
Okay. Well, I love it. Everybody eat it too.
So I'm trying to think of that. I'm thinking. Should I do German chocolate?
I told you to do German chocolate. See, I don't think you can make the German chocolate cake. Oh, I was gonna do a carrot cake. Now, which one? I can do the carrot cake.
I'll do carrot cake.
Okay, I'll do carrot.
No, carrot. I'll do carrot cake.
Okay, she do all the sweets.
I told you, you're not baking.
Okay.
Cause you're baking all right.
My baking is okay. I mean, I'm good with pies. Anything pie. Well, my cake is not bad.
Yeah.
My cake ain't.
But you gotta admit, my cake be fluffy.
You handle that. All right. Is it what's our time? Oh, all right. Let's take a break.
Sure.
We're gonna take a musical break and then we're gonna come right back. All right, you guys, Frank and Greg, we're gonna come right back.
You don't know y'all muted, right? No. Do y'all know y'all muted still? Y'all not talking to me? I ain't talking to you either.
Next thing was thinking.
Go ahead.
All right, you guys, welcome back after our music break. That was Chris Brown,
Chris Brown residual.
Chris Brown residual, and Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. What's on?
Huh.
Chris. Oh,
Lady Gaga broke that. That was the smile.
oh, that was a smile. Today you all go. There's our music break. Hope you guys are tuning in to KELM Radio. Yay! With some of our other affiliates that joining us. So thank you so much. We are back, and at this time of the program, Dr. Fight is up next, right?
Yeah.
On the couch with Dr. Fight. Dr. Fight always has a lot. So let's see what he's talking about today. Come on, Dr. Fight.
Brianna,
Brianna, Dr. Fight got
Yes.
something for you, I'm sure.
Yes.
I text you.
Hold on. I have my phone. Hold on.
Man, this app today is tripping. I don't know what it's doing.
Well, let me say this. So Elle, a
Uh-huh.
few months back talked about, y'all going through a pastoral transition, right?
Who?
A pastor transition.
Oh, okay. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. So, y'all went through a pastor transition, and there's a lot of churches in the world today. There are by far 4 times as many churches in cities and states across the globe than at any point in human history. We have more churches. Like you can drive down one street in America
Uh-huh.
and run into like 8 churches.
Yep.
It's it's uh it's something that is very pervasive in our society right now. So at some point, most of these churches are going to have to figure out when their pastor retires or quits or step aside, who's going to take the reins of that church?
Hmm.
And the new person that comes, are the people are the people going to be willing to stay with this new person?
Mhm.
That's the question that people got to answer. Because I came to this ministry under the previous pastor. Now, will I stay with the new pastor? And so, are you loyal to the church? Are you loyal to the pastor?
That's a good question. Dr. Fight said, our church went through some issues. So he said, are you loyal to the new pastor that's coming, or are you loyal to the pastor or loyal to the church? And for me, I I was open to the new pastor. I really was. Because then but when I started hearing the things that he had done, I was like, and I didn't even believe it right off the bat.
Okay. Dr. Fay ready for his video?
Dr. Fox, you ready for your video?
Yeah, because now I want you to answer that same question with this in mind, and she's about to show you.
Okay.
Leaders like Reverend Terry as an example.
I don't think that a gay man should be a spiritual leader because it's an abomination.
I think it's very important to have strong, confident leaders like Reverend Terry as an example.
I think that would be disruptive. A gay man is pastoring a church.
Let me ask you something, Daddy. Do you think that God is pleased with Derek today?
Very.
Mama?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I don't think he could have been great.
I don't think that a gay man should be a spiritual leader because it's an abomination.
I think it's very.
A gay man be your pastor.
No. It was just replaying, but I had to share it quickly.
Okay.
All right. After you will.
That's a good question. That is a deep question. I mean, that's always in the black church, for seriously.
A loaded question.
That's always like a loaded question. Yeah, like about, Personally, I think people should keep their personal thoughts about somebody's bedroom or their personal activities. That's between them and God. So but does that change the fact that he can lead a congregation? I don't think your sexual orientation should change how you lead the church. That's how I'm gonna say that. It's not my business whether I agree with how you live your life in that way. It's not my business what goes on in your bedroom. And I mean, people always comment on it, but I'm not going to spend my days and nights thinking about it and throwing daggers in your way because I may not agree with your lifestyle. Not my business. As long as, here's what I'm saying: if you pastor and you are preaching a message and a word and it's in the right way, I'm gonna go with that. Because I don't, that's between you and God. When we all meet our maker, I always say this time and time again. Nobody can stand in your place. You have to go stand in yourself and take accountability for what you have done or said throughout your life. That's just what it is. There you go, Dr. Fite. I answered it.
So, if your pastor came out and said that he was wrestling with homosexuality, you going to church next Sunday?
Probably. And I know people are gonna talk about it, and they're gonna have a whole lot to say about it. But as I just said, that's not. That's me passing judgment on somebody else. I am a two-legged human being. It's not. I always pass judgment on people anyway, in some way or form or another. But I'm not gonna not come to church because you announced that you gay. No, I'm not doing that. Would you do it, Briana?
What?
If your pastor announced in the service that he was gay, would you come to church the next Sunday?
First of all, why does it have to be announced?
Well, that's a good question.
That's my first question. I mean, I just don't feel things like, if you're a pastor and that's your personal life, I don't need to know what goes on in your bedroom.
Right, but the reason why it was probably announced is because maybe people out in town saw him, dating a guy or whatever, and they thought that he needed to address it. So that would be that.
Well, it's probably announced because you're gonna start seeing his partner show up to church.
Well,
And
yeah.
he would rather let you know that this is the lifestyle he living and up front before, and then some man come to church and they say, well, all visitors please stand, and then the visitors stand and say, you know the pastor's his partner, and you like, partner, like y'all like play tennis together, y'all in the bowling league. What you what you mean partner?
I don't don't think that's gonna stop me from going to church.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I
Sunday.
said that too. That's not gonna stop me from going to church on
Now,
Sunday.
now I'm gonna have an issue if you start relating your sermons to your lifestyle. Then I'm gonna have an issue.
Good point, right there. Good point. Good point.
Oh, so if he preaching that gay is okay, I
We know
mean that.
we know the Bible does not say that. We know the Bible does not say that. But on the same token,
But that's just gonna make me a little uncomfortable.
there was a lot of things that stuff like that was done during biblical, early times. So we do know that too.
You know, I pastor a mainline traditional black church, and gay ain't okay. I'm sorry, it ain't. Lesbian ain't okay. Trans ain't okay. It ain't like I passed the majority of my congregation old folk,
Now,
and these old mothers of the church is not and will not
now,
accept.
now, I will say the transgender, that's a step too far.
Well, I have issues with the whole trans thing anyway.
I understand everybody's supposed to get, but when you go to change it fundamentally what God made you to be, and say that was a mistake, okay, we got a problem. Okay, I just don't understand how. And then the kicker part is then you still equate like, well, God understands and that's okay, huh?
Well, see, that's when you have not really read the Bible.
God made like
that's the right. There was a lot of sinning going on in the Bible. So let's act like it wasn't no sin and all of that stuff.
I understand. I'm just saying, people not take that and they just go the whole.
Again, I have my issue with the whole trans. If you're gonna be transgender, to me, I don't need you walk around with women clothing on and then you still have male parts. I disagree with completely. If you're going to become that, I mean, then go all the way with it, but don't mess around with it. Well, what did we say? And lean on me. Don't f around with it. Just do the whole thing.
They can't afford the whole thing.
But, okay, so you mean to tell me you're gonna walk around with here? This is what I see: the men with the long hair, and then you have a facial hair, but then you have a dress on. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Some of them doesn't even have the money.
That's like froze again. Go ahead.
I'm just that's a whole lot.
Right. Even if you don't have the
So
money,
those are pills. Yeah, those are pills you pay for in order to your hormones to develop, in that area.
okay, but why? But why still wear
the facial hair?
Right. Why the facial hair, the long hair? Why all of that?
I mean, you was running late this morning. You couldn't shave.
No. These be like full groom beards.
Like I'm saying,
they still. What's the one guy named the one designer, and he's the black guy, and he has the long hair, and oh my God, what is his name?
He's on Project Runway, but he still got this.
And he still got the goatee, right? Yeah, but he has the big long dresses on and all that stuff, and the hair is long and straight. What you doing, boo? What are you?
Like if you gonna go, here's my thing: if you gonna go all the way, go all the way. I don't want to see. My thing is you walking down the street and you got a goatee.
Yep.
The long hair.
Yep.
And then the kid walks past like, "Mommy, why are they looking like a girl but they got this?"
Right.
Now you making the parent have to explain the whole situation. They don't want to explain just yet.
So if the kid grew up and say, "Oh, you're one of those weird people," then you did that. Here's the thing: when I was growing up,
listen. Let me explain to you. I'm that parent. My daughter. I'm just leaving gymnastics, heading to the house. I got a meeting at 8:00, but I was with my daughter. We was at the fair, and there was one of them out there, and she said, "Daddy, is that a man or a woman?" I said, "Maya, mental health is real." And we kept walking. Now, some people may not like my choice of answer. However, I think my answer was right on point because mental health is a situation in today's country. And until we address that, people are going to be mentally unhealthy with their sexuality. And so I told my daughter mental health is real. And that was the end of the conversation for me.
But you're gonna have to circle back to that conversation again at some point.
Well, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. You can only jump one hurdle at a time.
Right. She's the age where that that works. Now maybe she went to teenager, then she gonna want to know a little bit more.
Because more likely she's gonna probably start seeing it in her schools. And again, now there's the part that I disagree with when things spill over into schools. I don't think parents should allow. I don't think schools should allow kids to, if they're going through that situation, to stay at home. I don't.
Stay at home.
Yeah, yeah, you stay at home. Yeah.
That's not what's gonna happen, Elle.
I don't think kids should be mixing it in the locker rooms, like the child is going through want to be a girl, but you're a boy, you go into the girls' locker room. No, no. And I'm gonna stand firm on that. When Braden starts look, don't be exposing them to all that stuff.
More importantly, like the gender neutral toys.
Yeah. Oh no, we don't do those. Yeah, we don't do those. We don't.
It's just a doll. My child, my little boy is not playing with no doll.
Right, exactly. Put that down. No, we don't do that.
He likes
So
trucks.
Thomas, I don't know if Thomas saw the video. He's commenting. Thomas, what we're talking about right now is spanned from a video where a man was the pastor of a black church and he's gay. He's a homosexual. And you had certain members who disagreed with it and certain members that said we just need strong leaders. And and so now we've gone down this rabbit hole, and it's a good rabbit hole because now we've gotten to how it affects our children. And the truth of the matter is we deal with it every week when we take our daughter to gymnastics. There are two little boys, they're brothers they're not in her gymnastics class. Their older sister is in my daughter's gymnastics class, but since their classes before my daughter's class, they're still there. But these two little boys have on leotards. Now one of the boys have on shorts over his leotard. The other boy just has the whole entire just leotard on and is happily running. Now these little boys are like 4 or 5 years old. And so I don't think they know any better, but they mother and father is putting this on them.
Right.
And you know better. Like, I don't care what he says. Oh, my sister got it. I want to wear it. Okay, well, first of all, we want to talk about gender neutral stuff. There's gender specific clothing. All right.
Yes, right.
The gender specific is you got to understand there are certain things like t-shirts. Men and women can wear t-shirts.
Right.
But blouses, only women wear blouses.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
And here's the thing.
Gender specific.
There are some guys who do gymnastics and they have on just the pants, the tights, right? They do the tights and maybe like a shirt or something.
Or they do shorts and
but it's not a full leotard. It's not a full leotard.
It's shorts and a t-shirt. That's what it should.
It was funny because that's why I'm bringing this up, because on the weekend, they played some of the old Bernie Mac episodes, and Jordan was doing a ribbon turning thing. He joined his sister's gymnastics team, and he was doing the ribbon thing, and Bernie was so embarrassed. But then when you saw the little outfit that he had on, it was the leotard. I mean, the pants or whatever they call them, right. the tights or whatever, but they were made for males. So the fact that these little boys are running around in a full leotard, I would be like, and that's the parent issue. That's not the child. I mean, that's the parent's fault.
Thomas said Charlie Murphy and Prince wore blouses.
We know Prince did. We know, but here's the thing: they were grown men. They could handle whatever people said about them. Those are grown men.
But more, we're gonna go here. Prince also. Prince still was a man. Prince didn't walk around no skirt.
He wore the heels.
But he was short.
But he still wore the heels.
Yeah, but did you ever look at Prince and
he was short.
Other than, I mean.
But I never looked at Prince and said he was gay. I never looked at him in that way. But now maybe Prince probably did different stuff. So
did Prince like the hair? And now Prince tripped everybody out the Super Bowl because Prince whipped out a scarf while he performed at the Super Bowl and this was raining. I was like, oh my God, okay.
But I've never looked at him in that. I never looked at him that way. Like people say, well, Michael Jackson was gay. Maybe Michael was. Maybe it didn't. I really don't know. I don't know about that.
But here's my thing: why the leotard and nothing on the bottom? Like I get for the little girl,
Right. But for the little boy, right? That's what I'm saying. He's like they're maybe like 4 or 5 years of age. That is a parenting issue. That's the parents' fault. You mean to tell me you can't go and find because there are males that do gymnastics. We've seen that. So there are items for males to wear.
right?
And even if she said, well, we can't find any because they're so little, we can find any for their age. Then put a pair of shorts on over that.
Yeah.
But to have the boys walking around with a full leotard on, that's a parenting issue. And you can't say, well, I want my children, I want them to, to be, be open to all people. You can have your children be open and discuss those things without having your son look like your daughter. Okay.
Okay. Speaking of halftime, who is Bad Bunny?
Would you like me to explain?
Explain.
I mean, I'm just saying, like this whole Hispanic artist thing. This might be the first halftime I ain't watched in
Since you
7, 8
did it for
years.
me. So bad. I think Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican rapper. He came out more recently because he said he's on tour right now, but he's doing only international because he didn't want to do U.S. tour days because he was afraid of the ICE raids
At his concert.
right? So here's my question: what you gonna do for the Super Bowl?
Because all his rap is Spanish.
My point.
Yeah, that's my thing. No need for me to watch. Like
I mean, like
after hablo español, hola. After that, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like uno, dos.
This is what I said to that. But I said so they couldn't find a black one who's gonna do the Super Bowl.
Well, it was trying to get Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift already did the Super Bowl. We don't want her anymore.
No, she didn't do the Super Bowl. She never done the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, but we've seen enough of Taylor.
Right. So they wanted her, but then they went to Bad Bunny. My thing with Bad Bunny, I like Bad Bunny. I listen to some of his music. He's not Super Bowl caliber.
Because not everyone knows who he is.
Right.
So he's not gonna pull in the viewers that they want.
Right.
No, they gonna pull in the viewers they want. So the NFL is doing this very specific in order to appeal to a Hispanic audience. So what Taylor Swift did for the NFL is bring the median age watcher down, and it expanded the gender watcher up. So, I think before the Taylor Swift craze, the median age was roughly like 55 that watch the NFL consistently on a regular basis. So the NFL was blessed by the fact that Taylor Swift, that's why they were intentionally putting her, even when the play ain't had nothing to do with Travis Kelce, they still was putting her on the screen because they were trying to, appeal to a younger audience. The NFL has been very specific over the last 5 to 7 years of trying to broaden their fan base. This is why they've been playing games in Ireland, playing games in Europe, playing games in different parts of the globe, Spain and other areas that they have intentionally played games at because they've been trying to expand their viewership. So this is not just a expansion of Hispanics watching football, but now it's also a political move with the whole ICE and everything going on with Donald Trump and the federal government about all of that. So the NFL wants to get on that train, and this is a publicity stunt by having him do the national anthem. Now, two things I'll say about that. Number one, he shouldn't let anybody use him as a puppet.
Right, but wait. So I thought he was just doing the halftime show. He's doing the what you call it too? The what?
No, he's doing the halftime show.
Okay, so who's doing the what you call it? He said
the what? I don't know who's doing the actual national anthem and all.
Yeah. I thought that's why he said he was doing that. Yeah, doing national anthem.
No, he's doing the halftime show. And I think the thing is what most people got to understand is, well, he should understand I shouldn't allow anybody to use me as a puppet. That's number one. Number two, if you're going to be appealing to a race of people by having him come, then why can't y'all allow Colin Kaepernick an opportunity to be able to stand for what he want to stand for without blackballing him? Like this This
And
trips me out how like they hopscotch across topics.
they do, and then to make it worse, then they use Jay-Z to come out and make a statement.
Oh, Uncle Tom.
Because I guess everybody was upset. They like Bad Bunny. I've seen it all over social media, like all day. Everybody's like, really, Bad Bunny? And so Jay-Z came out and said on Sunday night, September 28th, the NFL and Rock Nation announced, yeah, like all his songs are in Spanish, but okay. And so this is what Jay-Z said. He said, what Benito has done and continues to do for Puerto Rico is truly inspiring.
He's full of shit.
So, and he said, we are honored to have him on the world's biggest stage. That's fine. You can be honored to have him. But again,
well, first of all, it's going to be the smallest viewership or the halftime show in a number of years. That's what's going to happen.
Because I can already tell you, I ain't watching.
And that's what I'm saying about the Hispanic people. I can't say all of y'all, but you all continue to allow yourselves to be used and to be played. Donald Trump played you and used you just to get elected, and you fell for it. When are you gonna stop being? When are you gonna stop going to be in that man's ass and stand up for something that's right? Stop allowing yourself to be used. Donald Trump called Puerto Rico, what did he say? A shithole or what? And you still gonna go up there? You're gonna perform for what? So you think that it's gonna do your Puerto Rican people proud when you see how ICE has treated your people? I don't understand the ignorance of it all. It's like, people, can you use a brain? Damn. That's all I got to say. That was my rant. There y'all go. Y'all had it.
When I saw it,
it is the most ignorant shit I've ever. Oh my God.
Cause when I saw, I said Bad Bunny. For the last 3-4 years.
When I heard him rap, I said, "Is any English gonna be in there?" I said, "Who is it now?" Now some of the beats are good. I ain't gonna lie there. Some of the beats are cool. But I'm like, what is he talking about? So you all gonna have a screen up there translating what he's saying in English?
But but think about it, and think about this. Probably a month ago, he said he was not doing any U.S. tour dates because he didn't want the ICE raids at his concert, right? Now here you are, 2 months later, you're gonna make him the headliner for the Super Bowl.
And you know what's gonna happen because of Donald Trump? They're gonna have the biggest freaking ICE raids there during the Super Bowl. Watch what I tell you. They're going to be at the gates. They're going to be walking through the stands, and they're going to do that because they have no respect for people. They don't care. They have an agenda. They have a freaking agenda. And their agenda. So they said, well, we're going to find a mass crowd of maybe illegals is maybe at the Super Bowl. So that's what they're going to do. And Bad Bunny, you are going to stop doing that. Let them find some country Republican do that. Let them go out there and headline that bull crap. But why are you putting your people out there to possibly be targeted by ICE? That's what you're doing. You put a target on their back. You talking about, like you said, Briana, he's not touring in the States because you don't want any of them to be a target. Well, hell, now you're going to put a big old mass target on their back for the Super Bowl. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Makes a whole lot of sense. What did he say?
He popped out. I think his thing went out.
No, not the comment. Can you click show, please?
Okay, can you stop yelling?
There you go.
Because you irritated.
Yeah, there you go. That's cool. Keep on the screen. That's cool. I like that. Not all, but some. What was the question?
No, it was just different comments he was putting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like I said, his beats are cool, but I don't know anything he's saying in Spanish. And this is what Donald Trump he's always doing this. He's always trying to make it look like he's not what everybody knows that he really is. And I don't know who keep falling for the okie doke. That's all. That's my question.
I don't think he has nothing to do with what the NFL decided. I think this is just what the NFL decided.
But why would he accept it though? He didn't have to accept it.
No, absolutely. And like I said, I was reading a report. They said they were trying to get Taylor Swift because she never done it. But I guess she wanted like certain, you know how they have like the footage and stuff.
Uh-huh.
She just wanted certain control of the footage or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And so they got in their feelings and they said no. And so then they went to Bad Bunny. So here's the thing: you weren't even first choice. So why would you even take it?
Right. Exactly. So
and going off of just what you said 2 months ago. Again, why would you take it?
No, but that was when people want to make a stance for saying this is whatever's going on, when all the stuff's going on is not right. Then don't let them have a halftime show. Don't do a halftime show, or again find some old Republican country singer, and let them do it. and let them do it. But for me, I said I'm not doing that. That's what I said. When you say you stand, you have to stand for something.
And he
you can't fall for everything, huh?
And he said not all, but some support the Trump. He said not all Hispanics, but some.
God, I get that. I get that. But so I was as a black person, but I still would be furious.
And I think that's what was too. A lot of I think they probably want to keep the trend of what they're doing. I just think nobody, probably black, said yes.
I think that too.
And I mean, I could be wrong because I just,
Because who did they have? We had last year?
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, Kendrick Lamar, because that was. It want to say really black. You want to say that? Oh, okay. And then who? The year before that, who did we have?
Usher.
Usher. And then the year before that, we had
Rihanna.
And then the year before that, we had who?
Snoop Dogg.
And all them. Oh, that cool. Oh, okay. So therefore, in the last 4 Super Bowls, you've had pretty much black 4 or 5. You've had black folks. Now all of a sudden, you go all the way to Bad Bunny. Why is that? I'm thinking that a lot of black folks they probably asked would not do it. Said I'm not doing it. I won't do it. Don't ask me. And Taylor Swift had her own demands. Taylor Swift will probably pull in that huge crowd that they want. Mm-hmm. But she said she's not going to do it. I don't think it was. I think maybe that might have been part of it. But she could have said too, I'm not going to be. I don't want to, because she made her stance very clear on what she agreed with.
She may not want to be a pawn. I mean,
right.
Which I ain't mad at it.
Right. Because she said in this highly politicized climate, that's not something that I want to do. Even though she came out and made a statement supporting Kamala Harris, who knows, she may have got moved. You might have had something in the audience that might like her, and some may not. She said, I'm not going to put myself in that position. But Bad Bunny, you know what it is? People always say they stand for something until somebody offer them something. You wait something in their face, say that, oh, I can't turn that down. I'm gonna get more people to watch me. They're gonna know who I am. I'm gonna get more offers. Sometimes all money's not all money or all notoriety, whether you get paid or not. It's not always good.
I was gonna say they don't get paid.
Right, but it's not always good. It's not always good for you. So I think he's making a wrong decision, and I hope he changes his mind and back out. Yeah, because that's the only way you're gonna start making statements and people like that. Because they feel like they can control the narrative and they can buy whoever they want to get their point across. And I disagree with that. You can't use me. If I'm allow myself to be used, then damn it, let me do it myself. But I'm not gonna let somebody else use me. Nah. If I'm gonna play, let me play my own self. There you go. Y'all forgot to be a Bad Bunny. And the only reason why I know about him because I heard him. He was on one show or something. I said, brother, who is this? And I said, when is it gonna be in English?
Yeah,
it never happened.
And that's what I'm trying. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, so
what they gonna be doing in the audience, in the stands?
I don't know, but more importantly, what you gonna do about the? Not everybody speaks Spanish, so what you gonna do for the viewers at home that's trying to understand?
And as they said, we won't be watching the halftime show unless you all. He said, unless you all put someone up there that's gonna perform before him. Okay.
He said, I wonder if he will do a performance similar to Kendrick's. Will it be a political statement?
It's interesting.
Maybe.
But hell, I don't care if it's going to be in English. That's all I need to know. My main question, is it going to be in English so that I can understand the statement that you're making?
Apparently not.
If it's not going to be in English, I'm not going to watch it. I don't care. Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to.
And keep in mind, it's a lot of Puerto Ricans, right? That they may know a little Spanish or whatever, but they ain't fluent either. It's a lot of Puerto Ricans that's not fluent.
Yeah, I mean, I like his beats, but
I will say that too. I like the beat, and I get ready to figure out what he's trying to say, and I can never understand it.
I mean, if y'all was gonna put somebody, and I know he ain't done nothing while y'all could say Pitbull or Daddy Yankee or something.
Who the hell is a Daddy Yankee?
You remember the song Gasolina?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Wait, okay, you know Pitbull.
I know Pitbull, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm charging. That's what I'm saying. They could have done any number of things, but that's Bad Bunny.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because he kind of like a... Yeah, okay, well, good luck with that NFL.
Yeah.
You're going to...
When y'all don't get the ratings for that?
Yep. Because Usher's ratings was off the chart. Kendrick Lamar was off the chart.
Kendrick Lamar had 200 million views on YouTube.
Ooh,
in less than 24 hours. He broke Michael Jackson's record.
Ooh.
Like, I'm just saying. But everybody, Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Lamar won had a year out of this world. Kendrick Lamar won all kinds of Grammys. His whole feud with Drake. Yeah, so Kendrick Lamar just had the whole thing going.
Well, what's him? See, I read my comments again, didn't you? Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's just my point. I mean, if I can't understand you, I can't cheer you on in Spanish. I can't do any of that because I don't understand it, and I'm not gonna learn Spanish just to be able to understand what you're saying. I have no interest in that. So good luck with that NFL. I think you all gonna lose a whole lot of money, and halftime show everybody knows that's what you tune in for. So I hope you bring on some other people that maybe performs before you that's English, and then you can and then you go into your spiel, so then maybe you'll have a audience right there before you come on, and they'll be ready. So maybe you should do that. Yeah, like Briana made a point when she said earlier when they did like Coldplay, he was like, okay, I know Coldplay, but they need somebody else. So they brought on what you said, Beyonce and Bruno Mars.
Right, that was like two of the big things.
Yeah,
they started off the performance, and then Beyonce was next, and then Bruno Mars. They took over, and then Coldplay came at the end to wrap it up.
Right, exactly. So you are going to need to do that. You're going to need to do that. So I don't even know what point that they're trying to prove. There's no point there. There's literally no point there.
You want some sports for real?
Okay. So Dr. Fite to pop in. But let's get into the sports wrap with Briana and Dr. Fite. Yeah. So let's go to the sports wrap. Dr. Fite might come back in, but what do you say? Oh.
No.
Good job, you guys coming on. I don't know what happened to Facebook. Facebook is tripping today. It kicked me off.
It kicked this one off for a minute, and then it popped back in. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, you have right now. You have a game going on. You have the New York Jets and the. I don't need that.
You need to be loud. Get going.
Thank you. And the Miami Dolphins playing on ESPN right now. The Miami Dolphins are up 10-0. Both teams are 0-3, so we are looking for somebody's gonna get their first win. Woohoo! Not really. Later on this evening, you also have the 2-1 Cincinnati Bengals taking on the 1-2 Denver Broncos. That game will be on ABC. It's funny, Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco. Chad Ochocinco played for the Bengals, and Shannon Sharp played for the Broncos. So they got a rivalry going on.
They got a bit going on.
Yep. And then let's see the rest of the scores from the weekend. The Kansas City Chiefs apparently got back on. I guess they got back on the roll. They beat the Baltimore Ravens 37-20. The Bears came back in the fourth quarter to beat the Raiders 25-24 after they blocked the field goal. And the Packers and Cowboys and Micah's return to Dallas, they tied after overtime. Tied 40-40. So the Packers are 2-1-1 and the Cowboys are 1-2-1. The Eagles remain the only undefeated team after they defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-25.
Okay, she give us some salacious gossip in the NFL.
The slate is the Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it ain't too much going on. It's the season going on. You got NBA coming up soon.
Yeah.
Well, I tried. I guess the Bad Bunny thing put her in the mood.
Let's see, you lost out really. She boring. See, Dr. Fite, she boring. All right, let's go. What else?
Lamar Jackson injured his hamstring during the game. There's been no update, but their defensive tackle, Malabuke, is out for the season with a neck injury. For Dr. Fite, his Giants, they started rookie Jackson Dart. He got his first win as a rookie, replacing the benched Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the way they keep picking on Russell Wilson. So they need to get off his back. But Russell, he should be coming up on his Well, he should go ahead and retire. Since nobody likes the way he plays, and they keep picking him, I think he should go ahead and retire. I think he'd have made enough money.
He'd have made more than enough money.
And he's what, 34?
36.
I mean, he can go ahead and get some kind of become a commentator somewhere. Yeah, but he's giving NFL enough of his life. When people start moving you around to different teams, like you spend a year here or 2 years here over there, then I think that's like a sign to say, you know what, it's time for me to wrap this up. And or maybe he wants to play long, like what you call it. But you got to get on a good team though. You got to get on a good team.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, like Tom Brady was on. How many teams did he go on?
2, because he was with New England for 20 years.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But Russell could have stayed. I think that he should have stayed in what you call it.
In Seattle.
Yeah, I think he should have stayed there.
They didn't want him.
Because didn't he take them to a Super Bowl or something? Once or twice?
He took them to the Super Bowl twice. They won one.
And that's sucky.
Yeah, they just didn't want him. They tried to make it seem like he wanted to leave, but I just think they didn't want him.
Yes, because see, I was saying if he had a chance to stay there, I think he should have stayed there. Then he went from there to Philadelphia somewhere.
He went from there to Denver.
Oh yeah, he was there for 2 or 3 years.
Yep, and then he went from Denver to Pittsburgh last year, and now he's in New York.
Oh yeah, see, maybe he'll stay in New York for a while. I mean, because New York, I mean, they need a whole lot. They need a lot of prayer and help because they suck. So maybe Russell will be exactly what they looking for, and they can rebuild a team around him.
Maybe,
and maybe get a few more years out of that. All right.
You never know.
Well, we hope so. All right, you guys, is that it for today?
Yep.
All right, those who are just joining us, we come on now. Y'all, if you all on the Eastern time, kick in at 6:30, right?
Yep.
Turn on at 6:30. What I hear? Kick on at 6:30, and if you're Central Standard Time Zone, come on at 5:30. And if you're on the West Coast, go on at 3:30. You can find us on those time zones wherever you are. We love to talk to you and love to have you. Woo! And keep in mind, tomorrow on Tuesday is the first show back for Elle Unfiltered. I have my special guest is going to be Raspberry Sky.
Oh, she gets it right.
I've been had it right, but apparently when some of the posts were being placed, it ended up being strawberry instead of raspberry. I'm gonna take responsibility for that because I know in my head it's Raspberry Sky. This guy is super talented, R&B singer. R&B new with a mix of, I forgot. He's gonna come on and tell you what he's mixing it up with. But he'll be here at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
6:30.
Huh?
Thought you said 6:30.
It's gonna be 6:30 my time. No, because I'm coming on. I'm coming on 5:30 or 6.
I thought that show was still at 6.
Okay, so he's coming on at 6 or 6:30,
wow.
Which means he's gonna be on at 4 o'clock. He's in the Pacific Standard Time, so he'll be on at 4 on the West Coast. So make sure you guys tune in and watch him live. If you have any questions, you can ask him questions or comments. We're looking forward to that show. We love seeing Dr. Fite this evening. Thank you for, who was that? Thomas, maybe?
I think it's Thomas.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. And those others who are on my live, but it didn't went off on Facebook. I don't know what the hell is going on with Facebook, but it's tripping. So we're going to be back on Instagram next week. So Briana got to fix that. All right, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the week. And join us tomorrow. You can check out my our new. Oh, and make sure you go to KELM Radio and listen to what we have. We're on 724. We got new shows coming up there. Tim is coming up with a show, Uncommon. Brianna's going to have her Sunday show. What is it? Sunday Soundwave? Mm-hmm. Sunday Soundwave. Brianna doing Sunday Soundwave. She's going to do the late night vibes. And I'm going to pick up. I'm going to do the weekday, the after work. The wind down. I'm going to do the wind down. Unless some of you guys have interest and want to come in and have a show and have a spot on our station, let me know. Just hit me up in an email, KELM Radio, because we're filling up the spots. But, if you want to come on and be a part of something amazing and growing, we're going to be adding station KJLH, Los Angeles channel station. Yes. So make sure we out there and God is doing it. So thank you guys so much. Peace. That's why I say peace to hair grease. What do you say?
Peace and hair grease, but Thomas say you're welcome. Love you guys. Peace and chicken grease.
Okay, there we go. We got all the peace and love in it. See ya. Ciao. Make sure you guys come back and check out my artist tomorrow. I can't wait to talk to him. He's going to be on the cover of the next edition of Brave Magazine as well. Ooh, lot. Did I get it all out?
Yep.
Did I get it all in there? Okay. Thank you guys. Have a good evening.